This is Bridge with Stephen. Today we're going to be discussing negative doubles, which is the second of three parts on the subject of doubles. Last time we covered takeout doubles, which is probably the most important double to know. But negative doubles are also very important, and this is a handy tool for your arsenal. Next time we're going to just talk about doubles in general. We're going to talk about a whole host of other doubles that won't get nearly this much attention, such as balancing doubles, support doubles, reopening doubles, and a variety that we'll talk about then. And we'll also talk about how we decide which kind of double partner is making and how we use the context of the bids that have preceded and in some cases followed the double to determine what partner is telling us or what we're telling partner when we make the double and what's expected of the other player. Okay, let's look at negative doubles now. These are also known as responders double or third seat double. The double, I believe, was invented in 1957, was originally called the Sputnik double in honor of the then celebrated satellite. Here's what a negative double looks like. Your partner has opened in a suit at the one level. It must be in a suit and it must be at the one level. Your right-hand opponent has overcalled in a different suit, not no trump, in a different suit at the 1, 2, or 3 level, and now you double to show one or both of the unbid suits. And of course, this bid, like all conventional bids, is forcing. It doesn't mean what it says. It doesn't mean I want to penalize you. So partner's expected to bid again. Now, why do we have these doubles? What problem do they solve? Let's look at a couple of hands here. You hold these 3 small spades, 4 hearts to the king jack, some nice clubs. You've got 11 high card points. If partner had opened a diamond and right-hand opponent had passed, he'd have no trouble making a 1 heart response. But suppose the right-hand opponent has overcalled 1 spade. Well, now you really can't show your hearts. You can't bid 2 hearts. 2 hearts, the original purpose of this bid was to show hearts following a suit overcall when not able to bid hearts for lack of the necessary 5 hearts and 10 points. So, for example, if the bidding had gone 1 spade pass, in order to say 2 hearts, you're promising a 5-card suit and at least 10 points, the so-called 5 and dime. When you're not in a position to be able to do that, as with this hand, you're lacking the 5th heart, we're going to make a negative double. And that's going to say that we have hearts. I'm going to explain to you how partner knows that in a moment. Consider this hand here. Partner has opened the bidding 1 spade, and had partner passed, he probably would have been 1 no trump. But right-hand opponent has overcalled 2 clubs. What are you going to do now? Well, you've got 5 hearts, but you don't have the 10 points. You've got the 5, but not the dime. So a negative double would be appropriate in this place. Now, once we've set up this bid, this third seat double, we're going to find that there are other situations where we can put it to work. And here they are. Other uses. To show exactly 4 spades when the bidding has gone something like 1 minor, 1 heart, double. Because we have 2 ways of showing spades now. We can show either show our spades by doubling or show our spades by bidding spades outright. Since we have 2 ways to show spades, we're going to let the double represent a 4-card suit, and we're going to let the spades, when we say them out loud, show 5-card suit or longer. Now, what you may have noticed here is that when the opponents had bid 1 diamond and right-hand opponent overcalled spades, the double only showed hearts. When partner is, say, open in a minor and right-hand opponent is overcalled hearts, the double only shows spades. That's because opener and overcaller have each bid, one's bid a minor and one has bid a major. When that happens, the negative double only shows the other major. Okay? But if both players have bid majors, then the double shows both minors. So a takeout double can be used to show both majors when both partner and right-hand opponent have bid minor suits. So suppose the bidding has gone 1 club, 1 diamond double. This double now shows at least 4 in the majors. And that would be true if it had gone the other way around, 1 diamond, 2 clubs double. It would also show at least 4 in the majors. And when the two bids that have preceded the negative double are both majors, such as one heart, one spade double, or one spade, two hearts double, this bid now shows at least 4-4 in the minors. So notice that the negative double will show only one suit, the other major, when the two preceding bids have been one major suit and one minor suit, whatever the order. Partner might have bid the major and the opponent bid the minor, or the other way around. But your double now shows the unbid major. But when both of the preceding bids have been majors, the double shows both minors. And when both of the preceding bids have been minors, the double shows both majors. Now let's look at some third seat or responder doubles that are not negative doubles. Okay, partner's opened a spade, right-hand opponent is overcalled a no trump. Your double now is not a negative double. This bid needs to be a suit, and it needs to be a suit other than the spades for this double to be considered a negative double. And contrary-wise, if the bidding goes one no trump, two hearts, double, that's not a negative double. If the bidding had gone one spade followed by a preempt of four diamonds, then a double would not be a negative double, because we've said that right-hand opponent is overcalled in a different suit at the 1, 2, or 3 level. There has to be an upper limit to all doubles, and the upper limit for the negative double, as I'm presenting it here, is 3 spades. If partner starts with a weak 2 or any preemptive bid, followed by an overcall, your double is not a negative double. And finally, if partners open a spade and right-hand opponent makes a Michael's Q bid, or whatever this bid might mean in their system, your double is also not a negative double. So it has to be a different suit. So this needs to be a 1-level suit, and this needs to be 1, 2, or 3 level second suit. Now let's look at strength requirements. If partner can bid your suit at the 1 level, 6 points is enough. So partner has opened a club, right-hand opponent has overcalled a diamond or a heart, and you make a double. If right-hand opponent has overcalled a diamond, it's been 2 minors, so this double shows both majors. But partner can come in at the 1 level. Partner can bid 1 heart or 1 spade, so only 6 points are required. Remember, if the bidding has gone 1 club, 1 heart double, this double shows only spades, and it shows exactly 4 spades. If partner has to come in at the 2 level to bid your suit, you should have 8 points. So maybe the bidding has gone 1 spade from partner, 2 club overcall. You make this double now. Notice partner's been a major, right-hand opponent's been a minor, so the double only shows the other major, hearts. You lack the 5 and dime. You don't have both 5 or more hearts and 10 or more points. You have maybe neither of those, or just one of them, so you double. But partner wants to say hearts, partner has to say it at the 2 level, 2 hearts. And the same thing is true here. After 1 heart, 1 spade, your double shows both minors. But for partner to bid either clubs or diamonds, it'll have to be at the 2 level. So you should have about 8 points for that. And if partner has to come in at the 3 level, you should have about 10 points. So here would be an example. 1 spade from partner, 2 hearts by your right-hand opponent, your double now, because these were both majors, shows both minors. You have clubs and diamonds. But if partners to bid either suit, it would have to be at the 3 level, so it should be about 10 points. And here we show right-hand opponent making a jump overcall, a weak 2. So because partners bid a diamond and right-hand opponent has bid spades, 1 minor and 1 major, this double only shows hearts. Okay, let's look at opener's rebid. What should opener rebid? Well, opener can rebid an unbid 4-card suit suggested by the negative double. So if the negative double shows hearts and partner likes hearts, partner can bid hearts. Or partner can rebid a 6-card suit. Or if partner doesn't like the suit suggested by your double and has a second suit to show, partner can show that. Also, no trump is a possibility. If the opponent's suit is stopped, we have to have a stopper in the overcalled suit. And here's a very rare occurrence. Opener could potentially pass and convert a negative double to penalty. I said the bid is forcing. Well, all that really means, of course, is that partner expects you to bid again. That is conventional. But every once in a while we have a hand where we just want to leave it in for penalty. And how high? This is a minimal 1-level suit opening bid. This is an intermediate 1-level suit opening bid, and this is a maximal. These divisions aren't etched in stone. You can make this range 12 to 15, 12 to a bad 15. You can make this a good 15 to 18, whatever you want. But this is the lowest part of the roughly 13 to 21 point range of a 1-level opening bid. This is the middle piece, and this is the strong piece. When you have a minimum, bid the suit that you want to bid according to this menu without a jump. with an intermediate strength hand, make a one-level jump, jump one level, as you would if the bidding had gone one diamond, one heart, three hearts. It's just the same idea. And with a maximal hand, you want to either bid game or you can even Q-bid the opponent's suit. Now let's look at the problem hand. Opener has opened in a suit. Opener's left-hand opponent, your right-hand opponent, has overcalled in a different suit at the 1, 2, or 3 level. You've made a negative double. An opener has this shape, 5, 3, 3, 2, and actually may be in a position unable to do any of these things. Doesn't have a 4-card suit to show after opening in the 5-card suit. Doesn't have a 6-card suit to rebid. Perhaps can't support your suggested suit from your double. Doesn't have a stopper and can't bid no trump and isn't in the position to pass. So partner's going to have to tell a lie. And I've given you a couple examples in here so we can just spend a moment talking about what lie is the best lie to tell. Here's your hand, and you've opened a club with it. Your left-hand opponent has overcalled a heart, and partner's made a negative double. Because you've bid a minor and partner's bid a major, this shows the other major spades, and as I've indicated to you, it shows exactly 4 spades. Then advance or passes, and the bid comes back to you. Now, you don't want to rebid those clubs. You don't really have enough to raise spades. You don't really like any of these choices. You don't have a second suit to show. You don't have a heart stopper to bid no trump. What are you going to do? Well, I would say the lesser of evils here is just to bid the spades. Partner showed 4 spades. You're going to put down ace, king, third. Well, actually, you'll be declarer, so you're not going to be putting down anything. But you'll be playing in a 4-3 fit, probably. Definitely. Now, with a hand like this, you've opened a heart. Once again, you're 5-3, 3-2. Your left-hand opponent's bid 2 clubs. Partner is doubled to show spades. Comes back around to you. Now what are you going to do? Well, this time you don't want to raise the spades. This isn't good enough. Partner has exactly 4 spades, remember? A major and a minor followed by a double shows the other major, and when the other major is spades, the double means it's a 4-card suit, because with a 5-card suit, partner would have bid 2 spades instead of doubling. What's your rebid going to be now? You can't raise the spades, you don't have a club stopper, you don't have a second suit to show. I would say the lesser of evils this time is to rebid the 5-card heart suit. But you've got a problem with this shape, 5-3-3-2. And you, as the negative doubler, should be sensitive to the fact that partner may be forced to lie. Okay, let's look at 1 club, 1 diamond options. Partner's opened a club, right-hand opponent has overcalled a diamond. Your double here shows 4-4 in the majors. Because of that fact, when you bid 1 heart instead, you're denying 4 spades. And when you bid 1 spade, you're denying 4 hearts. Now you might say, well, what if I'm 5-4? I have 5 spades and 4 hearts. Shouldn't I bid the spades first and then the hearts second? No, I would say if you're 5-4, you should make the negative double. So when you're bidding 1 spade, you are denying 4 hearts. Now we're going to compare takeout doubles to negative doubles. They're really very different. They both show unbid suits, but in different ways. For example, a takeout double is usually a 2nd or 4th seat double. And what I mean by that is in the direct seat over opener, or maybe opener's partner has responded, and in the 4th seat you're making your double. You're making the bid in the 2nd or the 4th seat. You're competing. Whereas negative doubles are 3rd seat doubles. Your partner has opened. Okay? Opening bid, overcall, 3rd seat double. So there's one important difference. A takeout double shows opening strength. Whereas, as we said here, the strength requirement for the negative double is much less. It can be as few as 6 points if partner can come in at the 1 level. The takeout double promises shortness in the opponent's suit and support for all unbid suits. Whereas the negative double really says nothing about the opponent's suit. You might have 4 cards in the opponent's suit. And it's going to show either 1 or both unbid suits. This bid will show 2 or 3 suits. This bid will show 1 or 2 suits. Bidding a new suit after doubling shows strength. So if your right-hand opponent has opened and you made a double, it sounds like that's a takeout double. However, that bid may have a different meaning. It may be what's called a strong double. We talked about that when we talked about takeout doubles. Remember, when you make a takeout double, you're promising to support partner in whatever partner's choice is. So you would never do anything except pass partner's choice or raise it. If you change suits now, what you're telling partner is it was never a takeout double in the first place. Your hand was simply too strong to overcall. So you made a double first, and then after partner, thinking it was a takeout double, showed his or her favorite suit, now you show yours. And by changing, you're showing that you really had a big hand, it never was a takeout double. So bidding a new suit after doubling shows strength, whereas here it doesn't. So for example, I may be forced to make a takeout double, a negative double with 7 or 8 points in a 6-card heart suit, and if partner bids something, I may now want to show my heart suit. So if I've made a negative double and now on my second bid, my rebid, I bid my hearts, for example, I'm not showing strength, I'm just showing hearts. And then finally, the other difference is the takeout double is on through 4 hearts. If right-hand opponent has opened anything 4 hearts or less, and we double, that's a takeout double. Whereas if right-hand opponent has gone to 4 spades and we double, that's a penalty double. Whereas with the negative double, right-hand opponent's bid must be 3 spades or lower. Remember, it has to be 1, 2, or 3 level in a suit different than partner's suit. Okay, that's it for negative doubles.